Welcome to the Albion TV War Report, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is Wednesday, the 20th of August, 2025. I am your host, The Chosen One, and I am joined today by Robin Hood RS on the play-by-play, and of course we have Bogle behind the scenes on the camera. We are currently spectating Albion Europe on a 15-minute delay at the 18 UTC timer. We do expect some content. We have a couple of potential battles keyed up. But Robin, we were just talking about the likelihood of them actually coming to fruition. It might not be great. There's a chance we might have to hop around and hope for content from the castles.
Yeah, 1800 UTC has been quite a quiet one over the last week or so, as the major war that's been unfolding here on the European server while we've been away has hit every other timer apart from the one here at 1800 UTC. So that includes 12, 14, 16, 20, and 22 UTC. All those timers have been included in the war, and that is the war of the GER Alliance, who we're currently spectating right now, versus the GERF Alliance. So that has been ongoing. It has been an absolute bloodbath of a war over the last week and a half or so. It hasn't actually gone either way. I would say it's more in favor of the GER Alliance. They've been holding strong. If we open up the world map real quick, as we have nothing going on at the moment, and we can talk about this for just a little bit. Basically, the war line is Elder Sleep, south of Elder Sleep, and then west of Elder Sleep. So south of Elder Sleep, you have the Iceburn maps, and then into Runelvane Slough and Runelvane Sink. As you can see, Runelvane Sink is glowing very well here for Skognagog of the GER Alliance with 13,000 raw energy in storage. That is their home key zone at the moment. Those are the zones that have been pretty much, fought over at 1600 UTC. A couple of them have been hit here and there, but nothing has been taken. And that is the key point here. The GER Alliance have held on to all their territories during this portion of the war so far, only maybe losing one or two, but instantly getting traded back the next day.
They've got a lot of energy in some of these. Thunder Rock Ascent sitting there with 18K.
Mm-hmm. And those are the
18 earlier today on Albion Asia.
Exactly. And those are the 1800 UTC territories. And like I mentioned, 18 UTC hasn't been part of this war yet. And I say yet, we still have 11 days left of season 28.
With 18K, there's a lot
going on.
I assume we're going to see something happen, if not leading up to it on Invasion Day, right? Like, that's something somebody would want to take a swing at.
Oh, definitely. And taking swings at other territories. If we have a look north of Elder Sleep over to the western region, that is the Heralds of Valhalla territories. As you can see here, Glacier Fall Fisher, owned by Heralds of Valhalla, but it has been launched on for tomorrow by Wolf of the GER Alliance.
Okay.
Dead Pine Forest has been flipped a little bit here and there. It has been raided as well by GER over the last week or so. But the big one, Drownfield Sink, the home zone, holding 23,000 raw energy at the moment for Heralds of Valhalla, has not been touched as of yet. So there's a lot of raw energy dotted around here at the moment between these inner ring territories with the war still raging. A lot can still happen. And that is just the earlier timers. If we swing the map over to the western side of the inner ring, main focus here would be Razor Rock Gulch. As you can see, territories surrounding this zone have launches on them for today, but that's later on this evening at 20 UTC. These have been a constant back and forth as well. Some of the key zones here, Sunfang Dawn is a big one here for Umbra, who we're currently spectating in-game. Their territory did get raided the other day by Contingent. albeit their energy did get returned back. But remember, there is that 30% crash on that energy raid because it did happen. Other territories getting launched on today, but some of the big zones, like Razor Rock Gulch, that has 8,000 raw energy in it, has not been touched as of yet. So it's not all clean sailing. There's a lot of back and forth happening on all different timers. Obviously, as the time goes through the day, players come on and off, making Zerg strength go up and down. Obviously, timers come into effect very early on in the day. You would find King Trixel's, which is Woof Woof, and also Heroes of Valhalla to be very strong because they are mainly dominant in the Russian side of the world. So they have a lot of those players online. It is, their peak time zone, so to speak. So they can mass a shit ton of players at those timers, where swinging it around to, 20 to 22 UTC, that is then very late in the evening for
Trixel
those
is currently
players.
demounted versus Corn.
Alrighty.
He's about to attack Corn. Big clump in front of him if you go to King Trixel right now. Oh, not much Corn left. And we're falling back here after a very quick engagement on the territory. Looks like it's a conquest here, Robin.
Yeah, it sure does look like it. Territory is owned by Mindless of the Corn Alliance at the moment. Corn, I don't know where they stand, if they're standing anywhere for this war, but they have no walls or territory fortifications here. And King Trixel is slowly making his way in. And it's going to be the Gork Guild that has launched on it. 38 members. That's Guido, who we do know. It looks like he is forming up a brand new guild here. Maybe going to be part of the Gur Alliance, because I'm guessing it's a little bit of hand-holding happening right now.
Okay, well, when hand-holding starts, it always makes it a bit more tricky. That's what I would say. I don't know. I don't like the hand-holding, Robin. I just wish that people would just fight each other without the assistance of so many extra hands.
Indeed. We do have an inside POV if we want to switch to a mindless POV.
Okay.
Just a hand of justice, so
a mindless POV here.
Taking on both sides at the moment. FDD2 also here as well, so a 1 versus 3 potentially unfolding here for Corn.
Do they need that?
I don't think so. But you just don't know.
I feel like Woof Woof should be able to take on Mindless by themselves.
You would think that. Synergy also here as well for the Corn Alliance. A new guild that's been up and coming. That is... actually, I believe we did have a guild spotlight on these guys not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken. Here on the news section on the website.
Oh, we've got a cluster queue active over in Sunfang Ravine. I'm going to go check that out, Robin, while we watch what's happening here.
Cluster queue activated, in Sunfang Ravine here on Mindless. The
Yedsow coming in from the western side. So we definitely, like you said, we're going to get more forces in on this. The Grr Alliance growing as well here. This is going to be way overkill.
We shall see. Corn have not backed away as of yet.
Yeah, they're holding strong here, Robin. They're trying to do what they can. a long time to defend against this conquest with no walls.
Yeah,
No
it's going to be an uphill battle for these guys. And you know, Woof Woof and Gur alliance in and of itself, like we mentioned, they're in a very active war at the moment. So these guys sharp as nails, where potentially Corn may have been getting a couple fights here and there, but not as many as what the Gur alliance are getting day in, day out here on the European server. Does look like the fight has been
on the western flank, but it does look like this is over, Robin.
Grinder are also
Grinder
here
are here, yeah.
as well.
Yep, Grinder just showed up on Yed Sao. If you want to head over to him, he is currently fighting them.
Now, switch on over.
Resmu is definitely just running for his life at this point. Yeah. No chance.
Yeah, I do think Grinder here getting caught with their pants down, as a lot of members maybe not expecting this outcome here. A lot of members just running around with their heads cut off. We did just see Tenchi go down. A couple of members of Grinder coming up on the western side here. Doesn't get caught by Umbra, which is very lucky for those guys. Nearly running pretty much head first into the hole of Umbra here.
Well, I'm going to go and try to get a second perspective on this as well. See if Henry is here. He is.
Yep, and they are just demounted to the north side of Yedso right now.
Meanwhile, nobody is assaulting the territory from what I can tell.
Doesn't look like it. Fight is going to turn a little bit mixy, a little bit messy here as Grinder looks to walk in on top of Umbra. RPOV down to a sliver of HP as the front lines get engaged upon. Ooh, a little blow up on the eastern side there as Grinder lose 4 to that, I believe, Boa Badon, that Invis Bomber coming in there, getting blindsided. Very nice engagement there. Grinder now getting pushed back once again, and Umbra really taking control of this fight, at least for now. As I say that, 40 HP for Yedso, our POV. Cleric Cal's potentially saving the day. The rollback does keep him alive, and he's able to restabilize here. That was the closest shave that we've seen in quite some time. And there's the blow up. Grinder now punching through the north side here. Umbra just getting ran down at the moment. Eastern engagement as Khorne join the battle. As their territory is not being captured, they are joining in to relieve some of the pressure. But Grinder not keeping this momentum up, it seems like, just dwindling down some of the front lines. The flood coming in here. Gur now just engulfing Grinder from all directions. Looking rough.
It is looking rough out here right now, Robin. They getting pushed real hard here from above by the Gur Alliance. Gur engulfing these guys. Like you said, in this brawl meta, it can be very hard to see who's going to come out on top, but it doesn't look like it's going to be Grinder here, as it looks like their health is depleting very quickly. I don't see much hope for them at this point.
Nope, and it looks like it's about to be clean up here as Umbra and the Gur Alliance advance forward. A couple members left alive here, albeit with slivers of HP. They will be hunted down and deleted. A good showing here from Umbra. But now all attention back towards the territory. And we'll switch back to our other POV for Mindless inside. They're currently just trying to get this Conquest banner out the way, but keeps getting tagged by Gork and FD2D.
Okay.
Are now
Mork
back
next
inside
by?
the territory as well.
Mork and Gork. when Resmu was that POV, right?
Yes.
Well, it does look like Yedsao is regrouping. They're getting ready to go back in.
Yeah, Corn
Henry
just
re-geared as well on his way back.
waiting for what's about to happen.
Yeah, this is not going to be good here. The numbers just don't look like they're in the favor of Corn right now. Level 20 Disarray versus, I'm going to go with more. Yeah, 33.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough one here. Sentry Mage will be buffed 50% extra damage and HP because it is indeed a conquest. But we shall see if Korn know how to play off of the Sentry Mage. We'll see if Gur, after their many battles here over territories over the last week or two, will pay off and how they handle the Sentry Mage as well. Or if that was the correct way to handle Justice.
No DPS, yeah.
He engaged the wrong way.
Yeah, he has to pull it backwards, right?
Yeah, not forwards.
Yeah. I mean, he got a lot of guys in it, you know, but you don't get extra points for that, do you?
No, you do not, unfortunately. But there is that Sentry Mage. You can see how much damage it is just pumping out there. And what Korn need to do, like we've said time and time again, when it comes to the Sentry Mage play, you have to have those D-tags. Oh, a nice little engagement here, but handled textbook perfectly here by Gur. Counter bomb coming in from Rourke down from the south side. So even though they're the ones attacking the tower, it looks like they're also attacking Gur because they just bombed them, unless they don't have name tags on. Not sure.
Well, you know, sometimes that happens. We do have Henry back on the field, though. He's now that southern blob that is approaching just merged into the big blob. I expect we're going to see him momentarily. And he's going to run it right up on top of Grok here. Henry demounting inside of the Grok group, and they're going to be in big trouble here. Completely picked off and deleted in just seconds.
Yeah, and we'll switch on over to Henry POV because they get counter punched from the northwestern side.
They're done. It's gone. You need a new POV. Oh, no, he's still alive. Ice block saves the day. Very quick ice block.
But here comes Gur on the northeastern side. Grinder literally in the grinder right now as they're getting hit from all different directions. Another wave coming in as Umbra make a sweeping play on the northwestern side. Can they pull something out of this? We'll have to wait and see. Disarray debuff will play a factor here. There's only a 33 disarray debuff for Grinder today. That will help them just a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
I just got word that Sorrow is go as well. We have the 1408 Alliance taking on the Kings in River Copse Curve.
They throw that up onto screen too. As like I said, not sure how long this is going to last. Nice little invis bomb there from the Wailing Bows onto Grinder's eastern flank. Henry looking for something, but right now he is not being given anything in terms of clump potential as Gur are just spread off into the winds. Like I said, they've been at war. They've been playing this composition and setup for a very long time now at multiple different timers. They are experienced. They know how to handle Grinder right now.
All right. Well, we do have a bit of a stalemate here. We have, actually, I take that back. I just looked at where we are in the map. We've already gotten up to the second level. There are some pretty hefty walls here, but if the first level is any indication, these guys have been working through them very quickly. Kings are going to have to work very hard to set the defense up for the next 39 minutes.
Well, over here, Grinder getting reached around and getting hit from all different directions. Henry, though, not going down without a fight, but I don't think he has any healers left in his Zerg alive here as the collapse from the northeastern side comes in with no heals coming out. It's a slow, painful death here for Grinder, and Henry is calling it. It's a get out if you can.
Well, they may be done there, but we have full-on action over here in Rivercop's Curve. Still a lot of action over the walls. We're in the bombing phase while the walls are just being poked and prodded. Door is already crumbling, cracked already. It's going to be just a few moments here. And as I say that, it does break down, and Sorrow breaks through. Big clump on the front line. Going to get one kill here. Sorry, yeah, just one. Before they back out, and I guess they're going to try to get some more walls down before they push in any further.
Well, we switched from Henry over to Resmu as Korn are still holding tower here.
Oh, love that. Love that.
A small contingent left alive here, but they are still holding, and that's all what matters.
Well, right now it's going to be the Kings who are holding insane on the western flank here, pushing in onto the Crumbs, but Crumbs just going to smash these walls, making the walls their priority. Already have a couple of walls broken down. Going to go for at least two, and the gate, which gives them a very good section of the western wall to just go through, move in and out on that second level. Very easy. You don't want to get clumped and caught here. Also seeing a Crystal Cobra. Don't know why.
That is a question of the ages, but it looks like Korn are once again pushed out as all focus from the Gert Alliance is now on to Korn, and they are pushed off their territory. I'll come join you on Sorrow.
Yeah, just south of Sorrow here, another group in the Alliance just caused a massive death onto the, what is it, the King's Alliance here. It looks like, I want to say 12, just by eye.
Oh, this is
I'm sorry, 15 after the count. 12, actually, no, it was 12 in one take, 15 in a row.
Not too shabby. This could be pretty big here, waiting for the defenses to mitigate. And no, it handled quite well. Defenses coming down in time for Kings, looking for a counter punch out of Kings here. Health bar dropping, but no kill secured for both sides. And we may have action on Derek as well. The action keeps coming here on the European server across the world here at 1800 UTC.
Yeah, we do have a territory conquest over in Widemore Flats. I'm watching Road to Exile as one of the 3-4 blobs in zone now. Currently split off from everybody, but great to see Road to Exile, one of our Crucible guilds, still competing daily in the ZVZ scene.
Yeah, it's great to see they are engaging and staying alive. I believe they have indeed hit Crystal ranking. Yes, they have. They are ranked 7th at the moment in the overall season here for season 28. Holding strong. Will they be able to climb higher? We'll wait and see. Still 11 days to go here of season 28. All to play for.
It looks like we have an actual fight going on in the zone here. It's the AOT Alliance versus the SE Alliance. Derek's Alliance just basically walking by. I'm going to try to get you an interior POV.
Well, over here on Sorrow, the engagements keep coming thick and fast. Both sides losing players. King starting to stabilize and slowly pushing back 1408. But we know Sorrow, he will look to foe send it here shortly.
Let's see if this is spelled correctly. It is Bogle. Hopefully he will be the one defending. Yeah, it is. If you... Yeah, I took out the T. Sorry.
I was going to make a comment there. We shall not. Over here, Sorrow looking for an engagement, handled well here by Kings. And what we should mention here, Rivercop's Curve is an interesting map for both sides. Both sides have a HQ in zone, and this is a quality 4 zone. So actually owning this tower does make an impact on the HQ status drain quite heavily. Both sides will be fighting over power cores outside of timer, and obviously if you own the territory, the drain rate of that power level on your headquarters does not really make an impact. So this will be a constant back and forth between the Kings Alliance and 1408 throughout the rest of the season, potentially going into next.
Well, it looks like for now we're not going to have much content here. Ranis Feats is really holding back. I do imagine that he's going to try to bring this forward, but he's waiting for his regeared. And the guys in AOT just aren't pushing. They're not making anything happen.
Over here, Bomb Squad did just make something happen here for Crumbs, securing 3 kills, followed up by Main Target Engagement, securing another one. 14:08. Slowly but surely starting to stack up the kills here. Plenty of time to work with. Still 33 minutes remaining of the prime time window. Slow and steady, boys. Slow and steady.
Well, it looks like Ranis Feet is going to drop the banner and head out. He's going to head over to Drick, as we may have action over there. We at least have a banner.
What we like to see. Sorrow still looking for that angle of attack. Still looking to see if he can get some frontline picks here. Will he get another one? Yes, he does. Kings' front line shortly but short. Surely, nope. I lost my train of thought. God damn it! It's weird coming back after a week or so off on break. Gotta slowly get your rhythm back.
Yeah, I know.
To speak again.
Words are hard, Robin. Words are hard.
They are indeed. The only thing I had to do over my break was attend contingency TAs, and that just involved us getting wiped over and over again. So I just, got to say, you guys suck, you guys are shit, just throughout the whole week. So the only words I had to utter.
You are breaking up. I don't know if it's me or you.
It could be.
Well, on that note, one of us should be informed by Bogle. Yeah, it is Yi Robin. So I will take over here. I'm watching Sorrow currently push in River Cup's curve. Currently just pushing a couple of times every few rotations here, getting some nice steady push onto the Kings. Drick and M3R Company, meanwhile, are currently outside the walls against the OIN Alliance. And making some slow but steady progress there as well. Both sides taking the long game approach. Nice knockup by Sorrow here on the tower. Going to put in some real pressure. Going to try to get some kills, but lots of anger from the mage, and all the guys on tower are going to push him back. I don't think we lost much there. Just 3 guys going down, actually, in that engagement. One up top as well. Brick still pushing. Not much there. A lot of movement by the OIN guys. Or is that the Join Alliance, Bogle? Is there a J in there? Yeah, there's a J in there. The Join Alliance. That makes it easier. The Join Alliance keeps pushing out, which is nice to see. But they're going to pay for it if they don't keep up with those defensives. That was very close to losing everybody who came outside. Yeah, I know, Bogle. Very hard to read. Very hard to read. Red name tags are rough.
Well, it seems like we lost Robin for a while.
I think we lost Robin for good. I don't think he's even on the Discord.
No, it just got
he's just disconnected. Yeah, he is gone. So we have no Robin here, so we're going to continue just Bogle and I taking care of things as Sorrow is pushing in, getting some nice kills there in the last engagement. Right, Bogle?
Yeah, I mean, they're on the tower. They're about to go here. I mean, it's posturing back and forth. It's quite hard for me to tell from Sorrow's perspective what these guys are doing. I don't really know the size of the opponents, if they can just go in or not.
they can't go just right in. What we are seeing them do is put significant damage on the mage in most of these rotations. I believe the mage is 2 bars down. It was almost 3 bars, but I think they got pushed out before they got that 3rd bar down. We'll be able to see the mage in just a second here. It's right on the edge of Sorrow's screen here. He's going to push in. And see, there he is. He's hitting on the mage. And yeah, he did get it down to 2 bars. That is the goal here, is to whittle down the mage, because they don't have the forces they need to push in and just overwhelm the guys on the tower without taking that mage down first. That mage is very helpful in defense.
So it's 1 bar at a time, and then see if you can get everybody out after the punch. That's the
If you can
strategy
get
then.
1 bar, it's great. If you can get a bar, it's great. You're working for at least half a bar, something that's more than what they can heal back in the time that it takes you to get another engagement. And so sometimes you're not going to get a full bar. Sometimes you're going to get most of one. You have to back out anyway. And hopefully, and then the next one, you've been able to get enough that they can't heal it back off. There are some guys who can do it in 3 engagements or less. You know, those guys, you know, or 3 engagements basically. But those are very few and far between. And you can see in the last engagement, they got almost down to 2 bars. Didn't quite get there. It was healed back up to half, but they're still not quite able to get it under that 2 bar threshold. And the mage will heal back up naturally to its however far it's allowed to get. Like if it can get below 2, it'll go to 2. If you can get it below 1, it'll go up to 1. But you can overheal it. It just won't heal itself.
So right now it's at 2, theory.
Yep. No, it's still, no, it's at, now it is.
Oh,
Now
it's
it
at
is.
1.
See, that last hit was very effective. No shields on the mage, very little heals underneath it, and it took a full bar of damage. Almost it got it all the way down to 1 bar in that engagement.
How big is that force here? 36. Okay.
36 is a pretty decent disarray here, and you can do a lot of damage onto a mage with that. And nice push back into the mid lines. Look at that. Fakey onto the mage, hits the back line, absolutely decimates them. That's going to let them stick around and actually take out the mage.
Yeah, I don't see much.
Very
left
well
here
played by
for,
Crumbs.
For the defending team.
Yeah, they're done. They just split after
Yeah,
that
okay.
engagement on the north side. That's game over. This is it, and victory goes to Crumbs. Well played. Now it's just
more.
clean up, and they're going to go ahead and take down some kings.
One more territory. Let's take a look at Moon and the guys. Here of treasure hunt, still defending. Would you say River Corps is over then? So we don't need to stay.
Yeah, I think River Cups is over.
Okay.
I don't think there's much going to happen here other than the crying and the looting.
Yeah, I can hear the crying still. You're right. Yeah.
It's very noticeable.
Oh no, never mind. That's my cat. I don't have a cat. Robin is sending us images of his internet going to poop.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not doing well.
I
Not
don't know
doing
if
well.
you can hear me.
Hello.
We can. We
yes?
can hear you.
Nice.
Oh.
Let me know if I go robot-y again, and then I'll stop talking.
Okay.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We just watched our POV Moon get deleted by my other POV Drek, and that was quick. Hi, Moon.
I don't have somebody else.
Drek.
Yeah, that's he's down there. You don't really.
Oh, I like Drek's POV. He's doing good. Every time. So these guys are coming back outside over and over and have been for quite some time from the Joint Alliance. It's made it very interesting outside. As you notice, Bogle, these guys have made no progress from 6. And they're in the same spot they've been in the whole time that we were watching that other fight. And it's honestly because Joint's been going outside and engaging them. Even though this is not a very high level wall, I believe it's level 4, they've been doing a very good job of coming out and keeping these guys engaged, not losing a lot when they go outside either. That's the first time, you know, I see one going down there for these guys in a while, Moon and that entire group.
Yeah, it looks like Be an interesting one here. A bit of a late start here for M3R Company. Shield Fortification still has a little bit of juice left in it, and we are 36 minutes into the prime time hour, so we shall see. But like you mentioned, they are only tier 4 walls here, so they should fall quite quickly, and the crystal is already broken here on the gate.
Yeah, that didn't take long.
But there are people repairing. Sigrid there on the walls, repairing the walls for the Join Alliance. This member is going to be trapped outside Booms, unfortunately, because that crystal is broken. That gate is now not usable. You cannot enter or leave unless you manually open the gate from the inside.
I actually think they probably should. They've been doing so well. Oh God,
Ooh.
Robin, what happened there on the edge? I didn't see those 5 guys. Were they peeking? Were they
peeking pigeons? They're not flying anymore.
They've been doing so well, Robin, of like coming outside, engaging these guys in 6. That now that that gem is gone, I don't know if they're going to have the same kind of play, and this might change.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, Join are starting to play a little bit further back. Still stepping up, though, and still applying pressure onto the hammers that are whacking at the gate. But the gate starting to show signs visually that is about to go down. A couple holes appearing inside of it. Energy Shaper Beam, though, stacking on the eastern side. Drick, though, going to get fully engaged on.
Nice push. I like seeing those defensive shots, trying to keep these guys off the gates. Not just letting them freely have it. 22 minutes left, Robin. Plenty of time for M3R Company to go in, but they've already spent like 10 minutes to take down the first gem.
Yeah, but that shield fortification bonus now at 0%. That means these fortifications will fall very quickly once the hammers get going on them. Your full fortifications don't hang around for long. Brick, we have seen him play super aggressive before. But hey, the defenders, Join Alliance, look at this. Multiple rotations. They got main Zerg, they got 2 bomb squads, they got solo Energy Shaper Beamers working as well. So a magnitude of rotational DPS applying pressure onto 6 in the front line means that there's not many tanks at that front line hammering those fortifications. We got Babu there hammering away, but he just burned his big defensives. He just utilized his Cleric Cal there, but they're hammering on that little section on the north side, and it looks like Join not really paying attention.
I do see some potential content brewing in Thunder Rock Upland. We might get more Kings versus 1408. I'm gonna keep an eye on that, and I'll let you know how it goes. Did Moon just get killed again?
Moon has fallen again.
Okay. Just checking.
I take it that was the caller?
Yeah, that we were on before.
No. Yeah, that is why now the Join Alliance is starting to back away. First fortification fallen here. The northwestern wall section has collapsed. The gate about to go down as well, and Drick making his way through a couple other sections as no pressure is being applied whatsoever now.
We are playing the demount remount game right now with Crumbs. We are going to demount, then we are going to remount, and then we're going to reposition.
You do.
We are demount. We are carpeting. I don't know what we're attacking, but we're going to remount. Don't worry, Robin. This is going to get exciting very soon over here, I imagine. With all the remounting and the demounting and the remounting. Something's afoot.
It's like, Join have fully left the territory.
Oh, no.
First section fallen, and they instantly give it up. You can see the blob zoning out northwest. They are done and dusty. I'll come join you on Sorrow.
Well, I don't know if we're going to re-demount or not.
Run up.
They're doing a lot of mounting. Okay, we're leaving. We're leaving. Gur is coming.
Oh,
So.
yeah, that's definitely not.
Nope.
Don't want that.
No, I think there's going to be a collection at the door, and then everybody's going to move on through. I'll keep an eye on what's going to happen, but for now. Yeah, I hear that Woof Woof had to come to protect its renters, and that is why Crumbs left.
Yep. A little bit too late for that one because Sorrow and the boys did get a launch off onto River Cop's Curve for tomorrow. We did see that victory just a couple moments ago, minutes ago.
I didn't know they
but that
did
should
a launch
be
off the back of that.
Should be some decent content. I'm wondering if Gur faux mass and look to handhold for that tomorrow, or they just leave the Kings to do their own thing, because this has been a back and forth. Like I mentioned, both Kings and 1408 have HQs in zone.
Yep.
So both of them need and want this territory because of the power level drainage. It's a quality 4 zone. So that does make a major impact here. When you don't own the territory, you will have a much higher drain rate. And you can see on Crumb's HQ, only a bar above the power level needed to keep that HQ status alive. Tomorrow should be an interesting one.
Well, they have gone into the hideouts. We're going to keep bouncing around. We got 15 minutes. We do have castles available, Robin. Anybody getting a fight for those?
We shall see. Let me have a look, see what castles we actually have, to see if there's anything juicy for said castles. If there was any castle content, my guess would be on Derek.
Why not, right?
Oh, no, they are back in Thetford Portal, maybe moving around here, but they are still masked, maybe. I'll carry on looking at castles.
We might have content on Drick, as he just ran into a zone with lots of blobs, including a blob on territory that is sieging the territory. So we have an active siege that Drick is going to be a part of, one way or another. Only Fangs. Let's see who else. Who's on defense? Dragoons is on defense, but they are wildly, hoarded up. They're turtled hard. I think the fight's going to be outside with Only Fangs and M3R Company. Drick demounting on Only Fangs. Only Fangs running away. Looks like they're going to maybe leave this lizard.
We're on Drick, right? Sorry, I was
onto Drick. I hope we're on Drick. That's where the content is for now. I'm trying to see what's going on with this banner. They are... Oh, it's Rannis Feats again.
This could be a massive hand of justice here for Drick. DPS does connect as well. And a couple players of Only Fangs going down. Brick advancing forward, defensive icicle to try and slow the push here, but I think OnlyFangs, will they be able to restabilize off of that engagement? D-Tanks will have to play some phenomenal game right now to stop the flood, and there comes the bounce back. Robe of Purity also bopping Drick away as well. That will slow down the push. There comes the Wind Wall, forced into a icicle to slow it down. Will it be enough? That is the question. 6 M3R companies still advancing forward. And Justice just shallow here.
Slapped there.
Yeah, 2 more down, and it looks like it's going to be a full walkthrough. Another member falling. And I think OnlyFangs may have just called a get out if you can situation. You see the battle mounts fleeing in different directions here. Members going southeast and southwest. Members trying to mount up. And Drick will be victorious.
And Rannis is now fighting against the AOT. So if you go Rannis is feet, I dropped him in chat there. That's the banner holder. He's currently fighting on the other side of this zone. Oh, Robin's internet has gone again, Bogle. So it's just you and me as the Milking Inn takes on the Dragoons. What do you think that name means, Bogle? The Milking Inn.
I don't know. I just hope they don't join the Grinder Alliance.
Oh, jeez.
No, that's a guild. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, we do have a little bit of a face-off here on this tiny little bridge. The log chokes are very dangerous, and the Milking Inn is feeling the pain, as it looks like they were just taken out in one shot. Rannis feet is on the moves. He is moving those feet, and I think this is over for this poor guy. Meanwhile, it looks like Drick might have more content, as he's gonna, it looks like he might be taking on AOT. We hop over to Drick. Yes, he is on the south side of this tiny little choke, and he's going into the log choke. He's going to pull off the same maneuver that we just saw from AOT as the Dragoons are getting chopped apart. Absolute decimation here on this log choke. They are probably done.
Yeah, they're just... Oh, everybody cozy up on the... Oh, no.
Nope. Done. Diddler trying to escape, but I don't think he's going to get out of here. Not today. That Diddler's going to pay.
Oh, these names, man.
I don't know what to say about the names. I don't make them.
Yeah.
So Bogle, it sounds like it might just be you and me on the Daily Show today, as it looks like Robin Hood RS might be done. No more internet once again.
I'm sure we can have some correspondent action. It's just like, hey, Robin, how's the weather? Great. And then it's gone again. You know, that kind
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. We used to do that back in the day. It's hot.
There are still some people left here on the territory. It's not just the walk-in.
You know, so far this doesn't look great for the Dragoons. They're very late to the party.
But...
They're pushing on the territory after Drick and M3R are already in position.
For a moment, it looked like a
doesn't matter because they're not. It's the Milking Inn that is the one who attacked the territory, and the Milking Inn was the ones that Drick and crushed the first time. Then it was AOT, whose territory it is, that they're crushing on territory. They don't have a raid banner up. They're just killing these guys. Rannis Feats is re-geared, but staying out of the territory. And this is a massacre over here on point with Widemore Flat. I'm going to see if we got any more of that action on Sorrow. I was told we might. I'll head back over if you want to just keep an eye on this End.
PvE, sure. I mean, they are doing the mages with, you know, more than enough people. Let's go.
Right.
Not much to explain here. I mean, they're raiding these mages. You can see the little shield there. They give a bit of energy, so these guys can theoretically take some.
And that there's not much left over there. Sorrow is going for the rare castle in driving step. No defense of anybody here so far. I'm going to keep bouncing around to see if anybody else is taking castles. But it looks like we might have a quiet one to round out the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm jumping around too. I mean, there's still a few groups out, but they are sort of consolidating. They're meeting up. Some are demassing.
Oh, maybe on Anki? It looks like No Fear, that would be the 1408 Alliance, is knocking on the door of the 123 Alliance. So we'll see if these guys are fighting or if it's just another hand-holding defense in pairs.
Wait, there's a 1403 alliance?
Yeah.
Cause
No, 1408.
all right, cause
And then a 123 Alliance.
okay, cause Sorrow in the other castle is in 1408. He's inside the thing, so it's a different map. All right. I got
Yeah, it's a
confused.
different, that's the same
Yeah.
alliance as the one that's here, but in a different zone.
All right.
Yeah, I know they try very hard to confuse us. I wouldn't put it past them.
Who's calling for no fear, no dream?
I don't
I think
know,
it's
but I'm on
creepy
Anki
13.
inside.
No, that's pretty.
Did we see TC today?
No.
I have returned.
Oh, you did you?
I hope. I am
Oh,
on
welcome back.
Anki.
Nike isn't.
Yeah, looks
doing
like
well.
he's holding his little lord room.
Looks like a lot of people are calling it an early one today. A lot of people in the hideout.
Well, here we go. 1408 stepping up here. Anki just pushing him back. Forces out a Beetle usage here. But Anki wants to play Lord Room. This is where he wants to battle. We'll have, obviously, the catapults raining down on top of his enemies, which will help him. And they are playing very spread out. They want to brawl it out here inside the Lord Room.
Bit of ditty dancing, as you say, Robin, as they just get ready for the engagement. Just holding point.
Yep, and they do engage on the western side. We'll secure one kill. Anki looking for a fast return engagement, but the defensives are down. And 1408 were anticipating that return engagement. Nothing to be found here for 123.
Yeah, they do have a bit of a numbers issue going on for 123. I think this might be it if they can't pull off a miracle here.
This looks like there's a secondary group coming out on the northwestern side. Yes, it is going to be the DTAC Alliance. They have just dismounted outside of Castle on the northwestern side, so that is why 1408 are falling back here. May want to look for another POV. No, 1408 are choosing to faux send it inside. Interesting. Anki just waiting for his prime opportunity to strike. Been in this situation many times before. He knows how to play the game.
Yep. Quite capable.
I think the numbers will play a disadvantage here, but it does look like the D-Tech Alliance did just engage. You see on the kill feed, red on red appearing in the kill feed indicator there that the engagement did just happen off to the north side of our screen. Will Anki play off of this aggression? That is the question. D-Tech pressuring 1408. Anki has an opportunity here. Time of the essence. Just under 3 minutes remaining here until that castle chest can be opened.
You want to hold that until you can grab that precious loot. Looks like they're going to be able to at least hold it. We'll just have to get out of the castle with the loot.
Definitely out the south side, but Anki starting to step up here. He reads that he's about to get full engaged on. Good defenses coming down. A little bit too soon for the counter engagement. This hasn't worked here for Anki. 1408 reading the battlefield, knowing that that's how Anki is trying to play here with that fast counter engagement. They are instantly down with those defensives ready to go to soak up that engagement. And back into the Lord Room we go. 1408 slowly starting to creep in.
We do have more content on Trollig, as well as the ZZZ Alliance and Kachow take on Cave. Now, these guys used to be in Mater not that long ago.
Switching around. That's been happening over the last week or two.
A lot of people moving, a lot of moving parts as we round out this season. It seems like a lot of big plans for next season on both servers that we cover.
Yeah, I mean, all three servers, to be exact.
Well, I didn't get this. I don't know what's going on NA. What's going on there, huh?
Well, Fax reopening will be the major shakeup. What that entails and what that brings, we'll have to wait and see. But we have seen before that the Fax Guild, and led by Dazrun, they don't just sit around and twiddle their thumbs. They like to get their hands messy. And I expect them to do just that. They are projected to be alive for at least 2 seasons. It may be more than that, depending on how things go. Yeah, looking to see what the reintroduction of Fax on the America server will bring in terms of content, in terms of shakeup, obviously hand-holding political landscapes. Very, very messy and constant rotation on the America server. Sometimes it's very hand-holdy and very hand-hold dominant. Sometimes there's major wars and backstabbing day in, day out. So we'll have to wait and see.
Well, as long as we get fights, I am happy with it. We do have fights over here as Trollig and ZVZ are trying to put it to Cave. Cave came outside of the castle, and so far, not a lot of answers for Trollig. Small group here, no disarray, but he's trying to make something happen.
We are at the top of the hour. Castles can be looted right now. And over here, ETAC have done just that. Or, I mean, 1, 2, 3 of the Triple X Guild have indeed done that. The chest is now opened and looted, so points secured, major key loot acquired. They will be smuggled out by the south side while Anki carries on fighting here.
Well, let's see how he does on that. Still small scale content over here in Sky Sand Ridge. I don't know if the ZVZ Alliance is going to be able to make anything happen here.
Engagements coming in here. Anki again trying to get that counter engagement. Not going to work here. Health bar is a little bit low here for Triple X and 1, 2, 3. Do they get hit by the counter punch? And they do. That's 3 members down, and that could be more than enough for 1, 2, 3 to call it a day. But Anki not giving up just yet, looking for a return engagement. Clumps coming in. Will the DPS connect? They do find 1 kill, but they're going to need a hell of a lot more than that. They do secure a second, but yeah, not looking good.
Both sides over here very small, Robin. It's going to be a bit of a war of who makes the first mistake. At this size, any mistakes are going to be deadly, and whoever makes the first one's going to be dead. For sure.
Anki once again stepping back up. D-Tech and 1408 going at it here. Anki looking for an opportunity to strike. Air Compress comes out, does find a clumpage, but perfect defensive root bound coming down here along with the guard runes will keep that whole entire group alive for 1408. Anki now looking to keep the pressure on. Remember, objectives are done and dusted. It is now just the fight. Anki kind of herding sheep here, forcing 1408 back into D-Tech on the northwestern side. Will he find anything with the next engagement? Vito shutting it down along with the Great Arcane. 1408 pretty much throwing everything they have to stop the push from Anki and the Triple X guild here. Turn engagement coming in, headbutt coming out, Ajax goes down along with these. Anki trying to look for something in return, not going to find anything that time around. And D-Tech nowhere to be seen on the battlefield here, and that means all eyes on Anki and the boys. (1408) starting to look south. Great Arcane comes in. Will this line up an engagement? It does. Telegraphed out the wazoo. Anki reads it, looks for a shallow return engagement. Not going to find anything. A little bit lackluster on the DPS here for 1, 2, 3.
Well, Trollic and the boys now have taken this outside the castle here. We are fighting against the same alliance here over on the eastern flank. Cave trying to do something, but again, both sides are very small scale, so it's hard to make a big play happen. Cave goes back inside the castle now. I'm sure they've already gotten their prize. They could leave at any time.
Yep, and that's what Anki and 1, 2, 3 are going to do. They are mounted up and they are fleeing the scene.
I think that's happening here as well, as it looks like Cave has just gone out the eastern door and are going to make that happen. And on that note, I think we can call this one and get ready for an AO Daily Show.
Does sound like a plan. Like you just mentioned, we do have the AO Daily Show coming up next. We're going to be going over all the latest news, events, and ongoings in the world of Albion Online. We've got patch 4 to talk about, both changes and balance changes coming our way, and some other topics to talk about as well. We've been away for a week, so we should have quite a bit to talk about indeed. Then after that, actually, no. Never mind. I just read the conversation that you just had. Yeah, during the next show, though, we will have some premium codes to give away to you guys, the audience. We'll let you know how to enter into said giveaway once the show begins. So do stick around. We'll be back in a couple minutes after the ad break. Thank you for watching, and wherever you are in the world, have a glorious morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. Adios.
See you soon. Welcome to AlbionTV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world. Keeping up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Wednesday, the 20th of August, 2025. I am your host, the Chosen One, and I am joined today by Robin Hood RS, and of course, we have Bogle. Robin, how are you doing? How are you handling your case of the Bogle?
I don't have the case of the Bogle.
That's also not a case. It's just me. Hello. What do you mean case? Guys, did you catch anything on holiday? Like, did you come back relaxed, refreshed, or what? We weren't here last week. I hope you guys are okay.
I technically still worked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Feedback collection does not have a time off, Bogle.
Hmm.
It never stops,
it
really.
was-
There's just always feedback.
Yeah, but it was nice to be gone for a week of not having to do shows and kind of kick back and relax, play some other games. You know, I
I
had a
heard you had
chance
lots of
to.
CTAs during that time.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say I was attending a bunch of CTAs because guilds at war, and yeah, it's been a fun time, a losing time because we didn't really win many CTAs, but
Oh,
it was
I'm
still
sorry.
good to
Okay.
get out there and play the game across all timers and stuff. So
See, I was under the impression that the reason that Girth was losing was because you weren't there, and that if you were to return, then well, the winning would resume.
I have guided as much as I can guide. The powers are out of my control. The issues are not with uh let's say our Zerg. Well, they are kind of with our Zerg. It's a bit of a mishmash. There's a lot of issues, but I think they resolved them uh, yesterday and today. I've been hearing good things. They are currently
Okay.
just about to attend CTA or Wartimer now. So yeah, we'll see. Might be the swing around. We'll wait and see. But it's we haven't really missed much here while we were gone in terms of news for Albion.
Really?
Not
Yeah,
much
yeah. I mean,
has happened.
I've seen a
I know we
counter set
have
to
a
a patch, but
patch. Yeah, but that's like now we can start talking about that now and have it ready for when the patch releases.
Yeah, patch 4 is on staging. We don't have a confirmation date when it goes live as of yet. I did think that the announcement just made like literally 3 minutes ago on the Albion Online Discord was to announce the push out date for the patch, but no. Just a reminder, if there's anybody on Albion Asia, there will be an extra maintenance window tomorrow at 10 UTC, so August 21st. So
what's
just
that
a heads
for?
up on that one. But that I don't know. It doesn't normally it says if it's for patch 4, right?
Yeah.
Or a patch.
Hmm.
But maybe server maintenance, just not sure.
Okay.
Just don't have an answer for that one. Okay. Well, that
Yes.
happens sometimes.
It does. Well, before we jump into patch 4, because there's a little bit to talk about on that front, I
All right.
guess we could, let everybody know here. We have a lot of first-time chatters in chat. We do have premium codes to give away to you guys throughout today's show, and all you got to do to enter into said premium code giveaway is be active within the chat. Ask us any questions you might have. We may be able to answer them for you. But participate in the show with what's talking about, and that will enter you in. Bogle presses big magic button that will enable Nightbot to randomly pick a winner that has been active within chat, and that will be highlighted in chat with the name. Then Bogle will be on the official Albion Online Twitch account. We'll also highlight the winner, and then all you got to do is whisper the Albion Online Twitch account to claim your premium code.
Yes, and just for those uninitiated, exclamation mark drops does nothing. Nothing. It gives you an information thing, but doesn't count.
It just, yeah, all it does is give you the information that you can link your account. It doesn't help you get drops, and it certainly doesn't enter you into the raffle. In order to enter into the raffle, you have to participate in chat. I want you talking to each other, trying to talk to us, complaining, asking questions, whatever it is you do. But it has to be participation, not just exclamation point drops. Got to do more than that. But on that note, Robin, we have lots to talk about today. Before we get into the patch, do we want to go through one of the or two of these PSAs, get through them real quick?
Yeah, sure thing. I guess we can jump right into the Divine Challenge. We are, just over halfway through the month right now. So players will be well on their way to unlocking the roleplay mount. It's not useful for anything else. The Divine Owl is this month's mount that is available via completing your daily challenges, of course, to get the 50,000 extra bonuses. Just doing open world activities will grant you those points. But yeah, if you're like a healer, normally this avatar ring is the one for you. Um, a lot of holy healers and stuff love this avatar ring because it's very in theme with the role that they play in game. So if you haven't got this one yet and you're a holy healer or a healer in general, yeah, you still got a good couple days here to go. What, another 11 days? Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be
Lots
fine.
of time, lots of time. And I mean, you can't you have to get the ring like through the process. But I was going to say, if you don't get your mount, don't worry, there's plenty for sale.
There is indeed, and they're very cheap.
Yeah.
But apart from that, with the Adventurers Challenge, we do, of course, have the referral return with the Occult Cougar skin. This
Yep.
one's very sought
Very,
after.
yeah, like people love this one. This is a good one. This is pretty cool. Kind of evil looking, smoky, all the good things.
Indeed. And yes, we are aware, or the team, shall we say, is aware that the skin is tradable right away. So if you don't have any friends to bring to the world of Albion Online via your referral code, which can be found in game, go into the top right hand corner, clicking on that cogwheel, go into invite friends. Pop up will open up on screen. You have that little button there that says copy link. If you press said button and then copy and paste that message to a friend, get them to sign up using your referral link. And when they buy their first 30 days of premium, you will be rewarded with said mount skin along with 500 gold. And if you have more friends to bring to the world of Albion Online, use that referral code or referral link, shall we say. And when they buy their first 30 days of premium, you get 500 gold per friend and some couple tome books along the way as well.
Oh, that reminds me. I gotta check and see if I got any referrals this month. I've been handing out codes.
Yes, you do get 500 gold per friend every time you refer them to Albion Online when they buy their first 30 days of premium. So it's not too shabby, especially now with the gold prices. Not too shabby.
All right, all right. I got a couple of them who are in the running right now. I got one who registered just yesterday. One who registered 3 days before that. We're gonna get one.
Yeah,
I tell you, it's
I've
gonna
had a
happen.
couple as well.
Yeah.
Over like the last couple months, I've had a couple come in. I don't even know where my referral link is posted to, but sure, I'll take it.
It's happening. I need to get these guys to get into the next phase though and get me that mount. I don't
Yeah.
have one yet. It's one of the skins I don't have.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. It's
Yeah,
a nice looking mount skin.
yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I like it. I think some of these referral skins have been fantastic. I still use one of the older ones, the pony, all the time. But I would definitely use this. I like the referral skins a lot more than some of the other ones, so I like them. All right.
I agree.
And on to other things. Before we get to the patch notes, we're just talking about some vanity. Maybe we should mention that there's some vanity skins that are 33% off currently.
There are indeed. This is round 2 of the 33% off vanity sale that has been happening over the last couple days. The first round, obviously, we've been away for a week, so we weren't able to show that one off, but there was a round of skins that were on sale then. Right now, until the 22nd of August at 10 UTC, this sale is ongoing with the Ranger, Tracker, and Arcanist skin vanity bundles available for 33% off. So if you haven't got them already and you want to get your hands on them, now is the time to dive in. The link will be in chat for that one. As always, you can get this via the official Albion Online client or via the online web store if you're on mobile or Steam. These promotions are not available in game. You have to use the official Albion Online web store to see the promotions. So head on over. Bogle will drop a link in chat to said store. So if you want to get your hands on them, get on them now. By the way, the Arcanist skin, at least for me, the Direboar skin is freaking fantastic. When it
I
first
use this
dropped
on
until
Asia.
this day, it's so good. It looks so good.
That's my GM on Asia uses the Arcanist skin. That's what I was gonna say. Is that like I love that skin. I use it on my GM. I have access to almost all the skins, and that's the one I pick. So yeah, it's a good one. It's a really good one. It definitely kicks ass. Glad to see it going up there for one of those sales. Now let's get into some other Albion stuff. I believe the Great Albion Photo Hunt contest now has some winners that we can talk about.
Yes, indeed, it does. And luckily for us, all the winners are placed here in the news post, so we can quickly go over them.
Lunch prep, not the cat. Oh,
Explain what this thing is first before you talk about.
So this is a contest. A few weeks ago, our community manager set a challenge: take on 8 quirky prompts from the great Albion photo hunt and show off your creativity. The community responded with everything from absurd setups to impressively committed stunts. After much deliberation and a few laughs, here are the winners. So there was a contest up. Let's pull up the prompts so people can see what they were real quick. Oh, it's not giving me them.
I see them
Where you got them?
right there on the news post. Bold lettering says first place dolphin surfing, and then underneath it is the prompt.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering if there was a place where we could get all 8 prompts and read those. So yeah, this one says this prompt in particular. It's the prompt for Dolphin Surfer was empty out your real backpack or gaming drawer, then match it into your current in-game inventory and post the comparison. And I think this one is adorable. Lunch prep. And out of their backpack is their kitty, their potatoes, their omelet, and their frost skull, which is apparently jelly? Gelatin, maybe, of some kind? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be ice. It could.
Well,
it
it's
could be
just got the jelly
jelly.
it says jelly in the corner. You can't see it because your name tag is over it. But it does say that in the bottom right
Ah,
corner.
yes, it does. There, yeah, it does say.
So I don't
jelly.
know if that's it's not the person because that would be dolphin surfing, but it does say jelly. And I think that's neat. I don't know what kind of jelly it is, but it's icy jelly. Apparently this is their lunch minus the cat.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Also, I like how their in-game currency is matching 88 gold and 8.88 million silver.
Oh,
It's the little things that I notice. I don't know why, but it just stood out to me. Interesting. I don't know if that was done on purpose or what, but yeah, sure.
well,
But
the
yeah,
next prompt.
congratulations to Dolphin Surfing on this one. This one was really, really good.
Well,
Gotta hand it to them.
Robin, if you look at the next prompt, it's do something funny in game involving the number 8.
Mhm.
So for
I
the 8th
have flashbacks
anniversary,
of this.
now they have 88 gold for the 8th anniversary and 8.88 million silver for the 8th anniversary. Not bad, not bad. So 8 players, 8 healing beams, 1 perfect glowing figure 8. Talk about laser precision choreography. Yeah, that's not bad. Count the guys, Bogle. Make sure that's 8 of them.
It is 8. I can count as well.
Well, I was putting it on Bogle. He's like the one who knows how to count.
I'd use automated software to help me count. I would have to put this into an AI to determine a number and if it's spelled with 4 R's or 5. The number 8.
By the way, personally, when I see players drawing with laser beams in game, I have flashbacks.
I get
to
nervous
bad,
too, Robin.
bad times.
I get-
Same.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rough days. Rough days. All right. Third place. Terlingua. Prompt: dive down into the depths and say something clever, funny, cheeky while in soul form. Some souls drift silently. Words. Some souls drift silently through the depths. Others make sure everyone hears them. Proof that even in hell, you can't escape spam calls. Hello. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Gecko, if there's someone from Gecko that's watching this, don't get any ideas.
Geico.
Geico, that's it. I mean, I was so close to the American reference, but so far.
Well, no, well, I mean, it is. I think their little lizard is a gecko, right? Like their spokesperson.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's where I may have got off on the wrong foot there. But congratulations to all 3 winners. First place received an Albion Online merch pack along with 30 days of premium. Second place got their choice between a vanity bundle and 30 days of premium. And third place took home a mount skin of their choice from the shop. Honorable mentions were also rewarded with 7 days of premium for their creative efforts as well. So keep an eye out on the forums, guys. There's been a lot of these, community-driven competitions as of late over the last couple months. I believe we had like 3 running at the same time, and there's some really good, rewards if you do win. So definitely keep checking out the forums to see when they get posted. Obviously, when they go live, we talk about them here on the show as well. So
Mhm.
you keep informed that way as well. But
I'm worried
let's
people
talk
don't know
about.
what forums are anymore, Robin.
I know we are in 2025, nearly 2026. I am surprised that we still have a forums active.
Yeah.
I try to log into a particular company's forums because it says to figure out this, to help go to the forums, and then I go to the forums, and the forums is just AI prompted questions that you're allowed to answer, and then get like answers from them, and then it goes, "Did this help you?" And the answer was no. And I really wish I had some forums for that company. It's really sad. No more forums. I wish
I
there
mean,
were more
Albion
forums.
still has forums. It's still kind of.
That's what I'm saying is
And
I
if you
pride Albion in keeping them, even though some of the other ones don't. It's hard to have to get uh, community help on things when you remove the forums. And sometimes, yes, having forums means you're going to have to do more, community management.
imagine linking your Discord account, somehow verifying that's that and that account on your Albion, and then having that on a Discord, with an API maybe, like a verified Albion connection. Oh my god.
Yeah, but Discord's really bad for old information.
That's what the
You
wiki's
need-
for.
No, that's what forums are for. Wiki doesn't
we
know.
don't talk about the wiki, okay?
First rule of the
Uh,
wiki is we don't talk about the wiki.
Ouch.
All right, let's start talking about the patch now. I think we've talked about enough other nonsense. Let's get back into this patch.
Let's do it. But before we do that, let's get Bogle to press his big button to give away some premium codes. I think we should give away 2.
I think
Bogle's already now just pressed the button.
we have a limited amount, but let's start with
Oh.
Piddle Toes. See if that's Piddle from ancient times. Is it? If not, let me see.
Piddle toes. I don't see piddle toes.
I see him typing in chat.
Prove it that you pulled piddle toes.
Just look up. I don't need to prove that.
I
What?
see it.
Okay, I see it. Nightbot says piddle toes 1. All right, I see it. I found it.
He's asking me to prove it. What? Anyway,
Yeah, Bogle, prove it.
it's right there.
Bogle, prove it.
Like, if you don't want to believe what your eyes tell you, then I can't help you. And he claimed the prize.
Love it. Love it.
I love hearing about your first day's experience over there in Albion On. Enjoy the game. Keep playing, and we'll see you around. Enjoy it. First time chatters.
Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Well, we'll give away another premium code or 2 as we make our way through patch 4, because we do have patch 4 on the way. No ETA as of yet, but as always, when we know, we'll let you guys know. Keep an eye out on the socials for that news post saying that the Asia server will go down for an extra maintenance window. We haven't got that yet, so we don't know. But
what?
Abyssal Depths patch 4. Crystal Offhands.
Mm-hmm.
This patch builds on the Crystal Weapon series with 3 Crystal Offhands. The Unbreakable Ward, which is the shield. Blue Flame Torch, which is, of course, the torch. And Time-Locked
Grimoire,
which is the tome. The artifacts to craft these items will become available from the Conqueror's chest once the current guild season ends. So Crystal Offhands, that will be the final crystal weapon line to enter in, and then it will be done and dusted. No more crystal weapons that we are aware of course, because that will be every single weapon tree line filled. So yeah.
So now I think we understand when this patch is coming out, Robin. So this is that mid-season, in between seasons, you know. So like these are your rewards, right, for next season. Is the or for this season at the end of the season you get your crystal offhands, the Unbreakable Ward, Blue Flame Torch, and Time Locked Grimoire.
Would
Mhm.
make sense. Do you know what these
Yeah.
do, by the
Yeah.
way, Robin? Because it doesn't say
No
stats.
idea.
I,
It doesn't say stats. I believe they're still being worked on, so
oh.
they're not final yet.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say. At least when this was pushed on staging on the 12th, it still had placeholder images. It still had missing text, etc. So they definitely weren't finished when this got pushed onto staging. So I don't want to
I see. Okay.
say if it's like locked in stats yet or not.
So, I mean, do you know roughly what they're supposed to be doing, or is that also still a work in progress?
So they don't have abilities. It's
Yeah.
just pure stats, as
okay.
all offhands are. There's nothing new and unique, so to speak, in terms of unique stat abilities. Like there's no mob fame boost for an offhand, or life steal on an offhand. There's none of that. It is what we have now, but just like mixed and matched,
Okay.
so to speak.
All right. All right. Well, then I
We'll
guess
we'll
we'll
look
see.
into them when we'll do a little look see when it actually hits live server, I guess, because again I don't know if they're completed or not
I see.
at the
That makes
moment.
sense.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
But some big changes here for the mists. Um, Adjusted mist instance management to focus more players into each instance. Chests in Nightfall Abbeys now grant the first opener's party one stack of Nightly Grace. So obviously, with the last patch for the depths, we had the same style of statues in the depths where you would receive a chest, but we weren't receiving um, a passive buff, right,
Oh,
for
yeah.
opening the chest statues. This is the same thing, but for the abbeys, because the same system is in the abbeys. So now those chest statues in the abbeys will grant you a passive boost as well. So that's really good change there. And then final change for the mist. Unenchanted lethal mists are now less likely to have an entrance to Brazilian, but more likely to have unstable road exits.
Unenchanted lethal mists.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So this was to address the ease of transport players were utilizing the Mist 4.
Oh.
So if you were stationed deep in the Outlands, what players were doing was, filling up their inventory on a carry weight mount of all the juicy gear that they've just crafted in the inner ring with the, massive focus, with the massive return rate that they get in those hideouts. Then they would just go in and out of all the standard unenchanted mists, looking for that entrance to Brazilian, and then they would just go from you know
From
the outer
Brazilian to the
ring
same
to
thing.
Brazilian.
So because
Yeah,
from Brazilian to get out of the thing, you go to a non-lethal one and then search for portals there and do the same thing.
correct.
Ugh.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, just addressing some of the issues there with transporting and risk versus reward factors. So that's getting changed. Other changes here, Chosen?
Lots of them. We have mobs in corrupted dungeons now drop silver again. I didn't know they didn't. Okay. Guild season avatar rings can now be salvaged for community tokens.
No
Uh,
way. It's
yeah, that
2025.
I know. You know how many extra rings I have, Robin? You know how many rings I have?
One.
2, 1.
Lots of rings. I have lots of rings. Um, controller cursor in UIs is now disabled by default. Okay. And controller cursor toggle state is remembered between sessions. And that's important. That's something that you want to have. All right. Combat balance changes. We actually have some really good ones. And I want to start down all the way at the bottom before we get to the individual ones because there's something. What?
We need to go over the fixes. The fixes, Chosen.
The next thing on the
Look,
list on the patch is the combat
I
balance
know, but
change.
we have to open up another tab to go to the
All right,
balance
go through the
changes.
fixes. Tell us the most important fixes.
Thank you. The biggest one, and if you're an econ player, this is going to be huge. Fixed issue where in-game mails relating to the antiquarians dens marketplaces would not specify the dens city. This one I was getting pinged left, right, and center about. Obviously, if you're selling goods, you want to know where they were actually sold at, etc. So that is now being fixed.
I like the first
Other
one.
other fixes. Yeah,
What?
the anniversary barbarian vanity skin is now fully grown.
Excuse me, what?
I don't know what this actually looks like in game because I haven't got the skin, so I'm not sure how weird this one looks. But
It's small, right? There's a barbarian skin. Barbarian. Where is it? Anyway, this one I think, and then the anniversary one is smaller. You can even see it in game. Like, there's a size difference.
oh my,
Yeah.
I wonder if that affects your hitbox.
I mean, it's gonna be fixed, but
Yeah, huh.
that's that.
It does shrink you down, right? I have seen in other games, vanity rescaling of models do actually impact your hitbox area. So, interesting.
Yeah.
That's a nice little fun one to be fixed there. Other changes here, or fixes, shall we say, fixed issue where characters would perform the wrong journey back animation when using the Buttercup Direboar skin,
Wait,
and spell fixes Demon Arrow on the Wailing Bow. Huh?
hold on. Back it up. What was the wrong animation that would be played while you tried to go back with the Buttercup Demon Boar skin? What happens? What's wrong with it?
Let me
I think it
get
just
my
stand
bug
up
report
awkwardly.
because
Oh.
yeah, it was myself that reported said bug, and I got it on a Gyazo link. There we go in Daily Show Discord for us right there.
Okay.
It just looks like I'm hugging my friend while I teleport back, and as
Yeah.
you can see, there's
Yeah,
nobody
no, it's
there. So just like me hugging my
but
friend, I have no friends.
it's got those little flowers, so it's like you're just hugging your imaginary friend. Okay, I see it. I get it. Okay, I see it now. Okay, that is kind of
I
fixed.
want to ask
Good
about
job, Robin,
Buttercup, though,
fixing
Robin.
that.
I've seen a
Huh?
few people trying to trade that in trade chat. Is that a thing?
That is also a bug that will be fixed in patch 4, aka this patch.
You won't be able to trade Buttercup anymore.
Yeah, correct.
Or Buttercup. Sweet little Buttercup.
Awesome skin though, and yeah, I've been riding it around while attending my CTAs. There's a lot of love for the Buttercup in chat. Look at the cuteness coming in chat. That's an awesome skin. I do agree. It is a very good vanity skin there with the old Twitch drops, and new Twitch drops coming soon as well. More info to follow.
I just saw that Derek hates Buttercup.
Of course he
Rub
does.
Royal, that's because it looks like Robin Hood RS and reminds him of all the silver Robin stole from him.
Correct.
See? Yeah, even he knows that. It's true. All right, let's get to those balance changes now that we've gone through these fixes. Are we good?
Yeah, we good.
All right. Now I want to go down to the bottom again. So I know you want to go just as they're in order, but I think we need to start down at the bottom.
Now I agree. I agree with you, Chosen, and this is something that I disagree with of how the patch notes are currently done.
Yeah, this should be at the top.
This should be at the top. This is like the most important changes.
Yes.
Which one?
In large-scale fights, running into your enemy on your mount has become a staple strategy. Players that get demounted like this are very hard to punish due to the cleanse and CC immunity they receive. If players have disarray, we are now removing the cleanse to make it possible to punish that strategy. We keep the cleanse for players without disarray to help solos and small groups to escape CC chains upon dismount. So the forced disarray, dismount by damage. If a player has the disarray active, they don't get the cleanse and crown control immunity on demount anymore, which is huge. Scar right, CC stands for crowd control immunity. So they would get a buff to making it so if you tried to stun them, they would have a immunity to it. So you couldn't lock them down after you demounted them. Disarray is the debuff you get when you have 21 or more players. I think I covered
In a
everything
guild
there,
or
right?
alliance group. Yeah.
And in a guild or alliance group, yes.
Go.
You can have 20 or more players in a city and it doesn't do anything.
Correct. And then on top of that, another massive change outside of the ZVZ space, but in the mists, this patch, like we mentioned, bringing some good changes to the mists in general. But this one here, it says, in Mist, it is very common that players who see two other players fighting try to get close to them and hope to get dismounted by AoEs during their fight. This way, the third party would have all their cooldowns ready and could hope to steal the kill or get both players that were low. To make this strategy less effective, we are now applying a 10-second damage and CC debuff to players that get forcibly dismounted while other players are fighting, using the same detection logic as the long 15-second forced hostile dismount cooldown. So, forced dismount in Mist, dismounted by damage, with the same conditions as the 15-second hostile dismount. If a player gets forcibly dismounted, they get a 50% damage and CC strength reduction for 10 seconds.
I have a
So
question.
this is a massive counter to rats.
What's the difference between that and somebody attacking me on a mount and demounting me?
They'd have to hit
So-
somebody else in a different group than you for this to trigger.
So, yeah, what's the trigger difference then?
So when you
say-
go ahead, Robin, you explain it.
Yeah, so say A and B are already fighting each
Yeah.
other, right? And then C comes along. If C now gets forced dismounted by either A or B's
Right, but
damage,
what's the mechanical trigger for that? Is it just players, like two other players in proximity?
players fighting.
Or- Because
Players
it can't just be
fighting,
damage
like in
on
combat.
a mount.
No, it's damage on the other players. If the damage on the mount comes after they have done damage to another player, and that player has
It doesn't
also
say
received
right here what the
damage.
trigger is, though. I think that you're guessing that, right? Or are you?
No, that like the trigger's already in game. It's live.
Okay.
It's been live for
It's-
like a
it's-
year
they-
or so
Yeah,
in the
it's
Mist.
on there on the hostile. It's already in game with another mechanic.
Okay.
And
And
like
that's
the
called
forced
hostile-
hostile
okay,
dismount.
okay.
Yes, but and so that's triggered by multiple combatants. Okay, and so if you now experience that, you can't. This makes it so you can't basically demount yourself on somebody else's combat
No, I get
and have
that part.
advantage.
I'm just trying to figure out how to cheese that. You know?
Oh, don't worry. There will be many people that try to cheese this
Mhm.
system.
Yeah, they're
and
gonna
look
try
for a way
to
around
make
it.
gank groups that basically do damage to each other while demounting you, so that they force that upon you. And there will
mists?
probably be fixes,
God.
huh? Yeah,
I don't know.
that's immediately what I would try to do if I was a ganker and they were trying to do this to stop me from ganking. Is I
in the
would
mist?
find another
In the
way to
mists,
do it.
though.
This is only in the Mist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very hard in the mist, isn't that? You'd have to really coordinate. Yeah, it's very hard to do. Yeah, in the mist, it's very hard to do. Yeah, hard.
Not impossible because we have seen players
Coordinate
team
by-
in the Mist
yeah.
and
Well,
coordinate
you-
and read
yep.
the maps and stuff like
You
that. But
use
it is
the
very
cosmetic
hard.
gear to make yourself distinguishable so that you can tell your friends apart and you can tell when you run into your friend. And then you guys can communicate over Discord because you ran into each other. So It's not too hard,
Yeah.
but it is, if they're going to put more people into these zones, that will make it harder. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm interested to see how this falls out. I'm sure that's a very rare edge case. It'll be very hard to pull off.
Indeed, indeed. But we'll see how this plays out. Some very nice changes there, both for the ZVZ side of things and for the Mist side of things. And another change here listed at the bottom. This is for the Nightfall Abbey. It says here, Blessings of Valor is the most underrepresented blessing. We add the forced movement immunity to make it more competitive against other blessings. So Blessing of Valor now makes you immune to forced movement effects. So one of the buffs there inside the Nightfall Abbey also getting some love in on that front. Now,
Great.
Chosen.
Yes, Robin.
Combat balance changes. Actual combat balance changes.
Up at the top.
We going all the way from the top to the bottom?
Oh, I don't think we can do that. We have like
we got
10
to speed
minutes.
run it if we do.
10 minutes. All right, arcane staffs. Protective beam on the enigmatic staff. The shield range got bigger. The energy per tick went smaller. All right, time freeze duration in both PvE. Okay, no, actually, we're gonna go time freeze great arcane. Duration versus players less. Duration versus mobs less. Astral fall. Starfall in the astral staff. Radius less. Resilience penetration less. Arcane cleanse. All arcane staffs. Cooldown more. Curse staffs. Curse tar. All curse staffs.
Too
Cooldown.
fast. You can't do that the whole patch notes, bro. Oh my god. I mean, needed question mark, Robin. I mean, the protection beam stuff, I guess, and the rest, I don't know. Time freeze. I know too many people are annoyed about time freeze.
Yeah, I mean, Great Arcane as a spell, it's still, it grinds me the wrong way. This is just a slight nerf, right? It's because you have to. The only way to counter a Great Arcane is to preemptively place a defensive guard rune on the floor and be studded it. So if a guard rune is already on the floor and an enemy casts a Great Arcane on top of you, you're not actually impacted by the time freeze. But that's the only way. So the guard rune player has to preemptively constantly place that defensive on the floor just to counter the guard rune. And then if you get casted upon, there's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. You're locked in place for, 3 seconds, about to be 2.5. But Astro Staff nerf, definitely needed. Is it enough? We'll have to wait and see. Other changes there to, the arcane line, it is what it is. I like to see Enigmatic Staff, receive a buff because it is not played that often in some use cases. We do see quite a bit of it on the Asia server, not so much on the European or the America server with their comp. But yeah, Locust change, I did see it in chat because there were some Locust changes in the NDA pre-notes. Those have been scrapped, so you will be super happy with that. A lot of players were not happy with that suggested change, but the devs were paying attention. There's been a lot of things that were in the NDA patch notes that didn't actually make it into patch 4 because the devs did listen to your constructive feedback from the players on, what they liked and what they didn't like. So shout out to the balance team on that front. But back to the changes Chosen. Curse staffs here. Curse tar having a slight increase here with a 1 second cooldown, going from 4 seconds now up to 5 seconds. Is it going to be enough
a lot.
damage? Maybe.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't like curse tar. I see it's used in the areas that it's used for, and that's about, I don't know. I think this is something I don't use. I think it's something that's great for ZVZs and just keeping people off of places. It's very good for like spacing, but you're going to have more than one curse tar going down anyway if you're using it for spacing. So I don't know if that makes a huge difference. It's going to be less useful in solo content and PvP, like solo PvP, small scale.
Yeah.
It's already not
Yeah.
great there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's, give and take in different contents, isn't it? That's
I
the,
mean, in duos, I can see how it might have become an issue with lockdowns and stuff. But I just want to see how it works over time. But I don't think that even affects that combo, like having it longer cooldown. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes and what its effect is in ZVZ. I know where this is a problem where it just spammed constantly, but I don't think this is going to affect that.
yeah. We shall see how it plays out. Well, other changes here. The Demon Fang will be receiving a slight damage buff here, going from base 112 damage now up to 120. And the self damage here is changing. Currently, it sits at 180 self damage. That is getting changed to 20% of total health over 3 seconds. So we'll see how that plays out. Demon Fang.
That's a lot more, right? Like comparatively?
I couldn't say.
I
would
mean,
say a bit of an increase, but not crazy.
I mean, 180 isn't that like, aren't we talking like 2 or 3k HP on ZVZ stuff there?
I don't know what the scaling is on that because
Right,
obviously that's
right.
base. So
Yeah, okay. It's
yeah,
probably
Demon
easier.
Fang. Yeah, Demon Fang. It has been played here and there, but it's not meta weapon, so to speak. It still does get played, but hey, this change may bring it back in. We'll wait and see. Other changes on the dagger line, though. The Twin Slayers for the Ring of Death. The elapsed time before casting recall daggers is now refunded. So I'm guessing if you don't recall your daggers back, you get refunded the mana usage for the
No, it's a
placement of the
cooldown.
spell, which is pretty
It's
cool.
time, no? So because I think sometimes when you cast stuff, it doesn't trigger the cooldown. And then it's essentially making this a little faster to use, I think.
That would be quite interesting. I wouldn't mind that change, to be fair. If it is like that, I would like that. I would like that a lot.
More room for when the second cast is activated without losing any time on the cooldown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reading. Good, Bogle.
Very good. He's very
Smart.
good at reading. Very good at reading.
Smart man. Smart man.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. All right. Well, I do like that change. We'll see if it gets picked up a little bit more in the world of Albion with the players, but I think Twin Slayers are slept on. I know that Equart uses them quite a bit and plays with them, but
I mean, they hurt
they're
if
not
you
widespread
hit,
usage.
but they are hard to
That
hit.
is
Not
true.
everybody can hit. Yeah.
Well, other changes here shows in. We got Frost Staffs. What do we got here?
Well, the freezing wind on the frost staff is having its damage reduced. It's slow increase and only while it's inside the area, which is important. And after 1 second inside the area, the player gets rooted for 2.5 seconds and receives additional damage. Not a whole lot, but something. Apparently, freezing wind, used to root almost instantly, made the interaction more interesting for both sides. There is now an increased delay on the root for more upside if it successfully hits, and it gives people a chance to react. So that's pretty cool. I guess both sides get something out of this, right? Defensively, you now have a moment to react, get out of that frost, and if not, that's a really long route at 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, it is. I think this is a nice change here for the Frost Staff. I do like it. We'll see how it gets played, but overall, a decent change, a bit of a shake up there. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Other changes now for the Holy Staff. The Fallen Staff Salvation max targets are going from 10 up to 20. Now applies a damage immunity for 2 seconds. The damage immunity is purgeable, and affected targets can not get another immunity from Salvation for 5 seconds. A massive shakeup here for the Fallen staff. You know, 20 targets getting applied a 2-second a damage immunity, albeit it is purgeable, so there is a counter to it, which is fine. A pretty big shakeup there for the Holy Staff. The Fallen Staff kind of fallen out of usage over the last, couple months to a year or so. But good to see this massive shakeup coming in here. Then
Question.
the Exalted Staff. Oh.
So I'm reading this ability thing, right? It says, create a circle of salvation with a radius around position, charging up for 2 seconds. Then it will heal up to 10, now 20 allies. Cleanses CC, debuffs, blah, blah, blah. So just to be clear, you get the CC, the damage immunity after the charge up. So you need to put it down, wait 2 seconds, then you get 2 seconds immunity.
Correct.
And then, okay. So it's not instant, right?
Yeah, no, it's not instant. So there is obviously a counter. It can be interrupted as well, spell casting. But there is a passive that stops that. But
no, I mean,
the 2-second immunity happens post cast. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this will be a very interesting change here, especially for all comp, ZVZ play. It's going to be quite interesting. Another change here for the Holy Staff line as well. The Exalted Staff is getting its cooldown reduced from 68 seconds down to 65, but also having its cooldown reduction per 100 IP. So if you're sitting all the way at 2000 IP, you're going to be going from a 28-second cooldown down to a 25-second cooldown. So another nice little buff there to the Exalted Staff. Nothing too crazy, but it seems to be a recurring pattern here with the Exalted Staff. Over time, it is getting more and more loving
It needs
to bring it into line. It does need it. I do agree. But it's good to see that it's not being ignored. And keeping on theme. Yeah, I was going to say, keeping on theme of healers not being ignored this patch, big changes here to the Nature Staff lineup, Chosen.
Yeah, in group play, Nature Staffs are often outshone by Holy Staffs. To increase their healing output in group situations, the instant healing from Rejuvenating Flower has been increased. Rejuvenating Flower max targets went up to 15 from 10, and the direct heal after 0 seconds increased 3. It increased 8 after 1, and it increased a whopping 14 after 3. So some big changes here on this direct heal from the Rejuvenating Flower. I don't know how you feel about that flower, Bogle. What's your thoughts?
It heals a lot of people. It's a group heal thing. It's useless for solo, but pretty cool in large scale. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So this looks like it's across the board, just helping for large scale situations. Circle of Life's MAC targets have been increased to make it a potential option in larger fights. It now goes from 10 to 15. The Well of Life max targets have been increased as well, going from 10 to 20. 20 on the Well of Life for the Wild Staff. And to give large groups a better tool against damage over time effects, the Spirit Animal now removes them. Spirit Animal on the Rampant Staff now removes those damage over time effects. You know the Spirit Animal, the Rampant Staff, the Metamoose, the guy.
Yep, that one.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the Rampant Staff, many years ago when it had a change to its ability, players found out that they could crash the server if they spammed them multiple times in a row. Fun fact for you there.
It also was the #1 staff in 5s for a while, oddly enough. It was the staff to use in 5s at one point in time.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, some massive improvements there to both the Holy Staffs and the Nature Staffs for group play and large scale ZVZ as well. So fun fact as well, the damage over time effect removal for the rampant staff that was actually initially planned to go onto the locust, and the locust was going to have its its resistance bonus removed and replaced with the damage over time removal effect. That's what players were pissed off about. That isn't, of course, making it into patch 4, as we talked about just a moment ago. But you know, that little bonus now getting applied to rampant staff. So big changes there. Other changes coming in with the sword line. The Galantine pair is getting a damage boost across the board with its stacks. All the way up to 3 stack damage, going from 305 base damage now up to 320. Already a heavy hitter there, but it's going to receive some loving. So maybe it gets a little bit more of play. But probably the bigger change here for swords is the change to Claymore. The pass-through damage is going from 33% up to 66%.
Okay.
And its damage stack is also increasing. 3 stack damage going from 276 base up to 290. So a big boost there for the old Claymore as well. So swords also getting some love in this patch.
Man, I don't like seeing the Galatine get more dangerous. I still fall for it all the time.
Yeah, no.
But Robin, I think we're gonna have to take care of these armors the next time we're on, and we'll do the mounts and the armors next time because it's time for us to head out.
Yeah, we are over time, and we do have a lot to cover here in patch 4 still. But if you want to check the remaining changes here for patch 4, the link will be in chat. We do have one last winner just getting pulled there. Will Maffin has won the giveaway. Make sure you whisper the official Albion Online Twitch account to claim your premium code. And that goes along with all our other winners here today during today's show. But yeah, that's going to be it for the AO Daily Show today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back, of course, tomorrow at 1400 UTC for the Asia server war report. Then the 1800 UTC war report on the European server. Q&A show followed up by PvP showcase as well. And then we'll be here all the way through until Saturday. So make sure you're following the channel to be notified when we go live. But yeah, I think that's it from us this evening. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a glorious morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. Adios.
See you soon.